Nations and lives are often divided by more than just geography. They are separated by cold, rusted barriers, dictating who belongs and who does not. For Khaled Shaheb, these fences are a reminder of a living nightmare. Decades ago, he survived the communal riots in Bihar, fleeing with nothing but his life and the memory of those he couldn't save. To bury that trauma, Khaled built Darul Aman in Munshiganj. It is a massive mansion with towering perimeter walls, designed as a fortress to ensure that the outside world can never hurt his family again. High brick walls create an illusion of security, but cannot block the paranoia haunting a survivor. Even behind reinforced gates, the fear of the other remains a constant, silent tenant. Khaled hires Abrar, a quiet and disciplined madrasa student, as the household's lodging master. His presence provides a sense of security for the household while Khaled is away. Khaled's daughter, Janeth, views this arrangement with deep hostility. Educated in an elite English medium environment, she sees his traditional religious attire as a backward, ignorable relic. Janet assumes Abrar is unrefined, yet in the madrasa, he is a standout intellectual, spending his evenings discussing coding logic and the complexities of astrophysics with his fellow students. Janet uses her modern lifestyle to purposefully alienate him. She treats his presence as a nuisance, using her education to mock him. Janet has constructed an internal wall of arrogance and prejudice that is far more difficult to breach than the brick perimeter surrounding Darul Aman. The fragile peace inside the house collapses with a single phone call from Assam. It is Khaled's cousin, Rashid, and his voice is thick with terror. Riots have flared across the border. Thousands are being targeted, stripped of their identity, and labeled as foreigners where their ancestors are buried. Khaled realizes he cannot stay behind his high walls while his family burns. He prepares to leave his sanctuary and head back toward the border, venturing into the same chaos he once barely escaped. To save his blood, Khaled is forced to abandon his fortress and walk directly back into the fire of communal hatred. As Khaled departs, Darul Aman suddenly feels vulnerable. The high walls offer little comfort to his wife and daughters, now alone in a house that feels much too large. In a final, desperate act of trust, Khaled pulls Abrar aside. He places the physical safety and the very lives of his family into the hands of the young student Jannat has spent months mocking. Abrar is in the middle of preparing for his own life-defining exams, yet he accepts the burden without hesitation, moving into the foyer to stand as the household's primary shield. Abrar now stands at the center of a silent house, the only person positioned to protect a family that once saw him as nothing more than an uneducated stranger. The tension between the two finally peaks over a small, careless act. Jannat accidentally ruins Abrar's only clean, ironed robe, the one garment he treats with absolute care. Instead of the anger Jannat expects, she finds Abrar in a moment of quiet grief. She discovers the extreme poverty he has been hiding and watches as he whispers prayers of gratitude for the little he still possesses. Witnessing this reaction forces Jannat to confront her own cruelty. The image of his silent prayer makes her elite education and social standing feel suddenly hollow compared to his quiet resilience. Her disdain shifts toward a heavy sense of accountability, marking the first time she looks at the young man in the guest room as an equal, and perhaps a savior. But danger still looms in the shadow of the fence. Will Khaled survive the border crossing and find his way back through the chaos of the riots? And as the social barriers inside Darul Aman finally begin to dissolve, what will become of the bond between the modern daughter and the modest student? To discover the resolution of this journey, you must read the gripping novel Barbed Wire by Mohammed Muhsin, a story that explores the physical and mental borders we build between ourselves. Pick up your copy today and witness the transformation of Darul Aman and the people living within its walls.